Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So I'm recording this on Monday morning, guys, and we had the weekly close yesterday. Bitcoin ended the week with a bearish red candlestick. You guys can see that over here, which makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now fully bearish candles in a row. And the beginning of this week is also looking to be bearish, although it's only Monday, so that could change at any moment now. Take a look at the volume down here for this last week, though. A lot of selling pressure. As you guys can see up here, too, a very, very long tail, but not too much of a wick here, and the body fairly short, so not a very long candlestick, which means I'm thinking, and I talked about this on the weekend, that a reversal is coming very, very soon. I'm skeptical that this is going to end up in the red. I think we are going to see some buyer interest for Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market because, guys, let's not forget, it is going across the entire crypto market right now. This trend is looking similar across many cryptocurrencies. This is XRP on the weekly. Right now, XRP is trading at about 42 cents. And you guys can see that weekly candlestick looks very, very similar. The volume isn't as high. And the body is a little larger, but a very long wick. The price did dip down to as low as, 33 cents, and then closed at around 44.7. So right now, XRP is trading at 42. And, if I look at the entire crypto market as a total, so this is the total crypto market, we are actually holding support, despite the fact that, it's more of the same. 7 bearish weekly candlestick closes in a row. This week is also looking bearish so far. But with the total market, you guys can see, look at the volume, already fairly high on the total market cap, and we haven't really seen much movement. So that's another good indicator that we could see a move to the upside. And just bringing up the total too as well. So this is all altcoins here, so everything except Bitcoin, and we are also seeing more of the same lower volume down here for altcoins. So I think this is ultimately good for the wider time frame. It's looking like a reversal is coming in. Look how low the market cap is now, $1.2 trillion. Bitcoin dominance still holding up here. And so we've been through quite a week. On the 24-hour, some cryptocurrencies are up a little bit in the green. Nevertheless, overall, the market, as you guys know, is signaling bearish. However, technically, guys, support has been held. We have not really gone down and closed below this support level, this level that we saw back in July. And I don't know, would we have considered the market bearish at this point? Let's not forget, it was only a few more months before we saw new all-time highs for Bitcoin and for some other altcoins as well. The news is also playing a lot into this. We just got this article, guys, from FT Markets. Bitcoin has no future as a payments network, says FTX chief. So this is Sam Bankman-Fried. He criticizes the biggest digital asset over inefficiency and high environmental costs. It really does make me wonder if he is now part of the Great Reset agenda. I don't really know too much about Sam Bankman-Fried. If you guys know more, please do put it down in the comment section. But he says now Bitcoin has no future as a payments network because of its inefficiency and high environmental costs, according to one of crypto's most influential chief executives. So the reason I say this is because this guy's been in the crypto space for a very long time. Usually the people who have been in the crypto space since the beginning, they're not going to throw Bitcoin under the bus like politicians will, and yet we have Sam Bankman-Fried here coming out and saying Bitcoin not going to be efficient. At worst, we'd have these types of people come out and maybe give, an option saying, well, maybe in its current form, Bitcoin isn't good for a payment system. However, we can do A, B, and C in order to fix that, kind of similar to how Chris Larson said. Anyway, Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of the digital asset exchange FTX, said the proof-of-work system of validating blockchain transactions, which underpins Bitcoin, was not capable of scaling up to cope with millions of transactions that would be needed to make the cryptocurrency an effective means of payment. He says it's not working and it's not going to scale. His comments came as a fast-growing cryptocurrency market was hit by a sell-off. As we know, Bitcoin is still seen by some crypto enthusiasts as a way to conduct everyday transactions. And then this gets into the El Salvador story, Central African Republic as well, also just recently accepted Bitcoin as legal tender. But the 30-year-old billionaire, Sam Bankman-Fried, who has expanded FTX into the world's largest virtual asset exchange, said an alternative type of blockchain known as proof of stake, or other technological innovations would be required to create functional crypto payments networks. Ethereum has been working to move to a proof of stake system, which is intended to be less energy intensive. Things that you're doing millions of transactions a second with have to be extremely efficient and lightweight, and lower energy costs proof of stake networks are, said Bankman-Fried. So it's interesting he's saying, Ethereum is doing this and, not mentioning some of the very obvious cryptocurrency projects that have been doing this from the beginning, that were created specifically for these purposes. He goes on to say it has been the case that we don't scale this up to the point where we're spending 100 times as much eventually as we are today on energy costs for mining. FTX has used carbon offsets to compensate for the company's emissions, which Bankman-Fried said was worthwhile, but not a complete solution because you just run out of things to offset at some point. So Bankman-Fried now going on the record saying, Bitcoin, just not good to be a payments network. Interesting, because this is also happening, guys. President Nayib Bukele of El Salvador announces 44 countries are meeting in El Salvador to discuss Bitcoin. And I'm guessing that the folks over there at the IMF and the World Economic Forum, for example, are not liking this one bit. Late Sunday night, El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele announced on Twitter that 32 central banks and 12 financial authorities from 44 countries are to meet on Monday, May 16th, to discuss financial inclusion, digital economy, banking, the unbanked, El Salvador's Bitcoin rollout, and its benefits in the country. So, we can be critical of Bitcoin all day long. We know there are already other cryptocurrencies and blockchains that can perform this task a lot better. However, just to kind of stick it to the man, and to give a legitimate argument to how Bitcoin can succeed, we got to think there is all that technology where you can spend Bitcoin that can make payments quickly. There's also that deflationary nature of Bitcoin. And what Bitcoin has over other cryptocurrencies is it has longevity, it has a history. So we've seen Bitcoin go from pennies to $69,000 per coin, and it has continuously seen an uptrend over the last decade plus. And, I was just talking to somebody the other day saying, look, if I put money into Bitcoin in 2017 and my money has grown exponentially, here, I'll just do a quick demo for you guys. So Bitcoin on the weekly, let's say I bought Bitcoin, and I was telling this to a friend of mine because I did this exact thing. I had Bitcoin I was holding from 2017. I cost averaged down my Bitcoin. So where am I here? Bitcoin 2017. And so I cost averaged down. I think I've cost averaged down to about just under $4,000 per BTC. So if we take it from here, which is where Bitcoin was about $4,000, and even if I take it up to its current price, it was as high as 69,000, which means that I made 1,652% on my investment. But even if I were to take it to here, okay, 651% on my investment. But let's say I'm not using it as an investment. I'm not looking to sell back into fiat, and I just want to use it as a currency, similar to what El Salvador's doing, right? Well, I calculated it, and I didn't calculate it for this price, but I was calculating it for when it was in the 40,000s or 50,000s. I don't quite remember. What it worked out to be, though, was that anything that I bought in 2017 dollars, if I were to have that Bitcoin in my wallet and use that Bitcoin as a payment for today, like let's say I wanted to buy, a $10 burrito, well, it worked out that I would just divide the price by 13, and that's the true cost in my 2017 dollars of what I paid for that burrito. So it's $10 today, but I'm paying for it with Bitcoin that I bought in 2017, and at the end of the day, I spent 77 cents on a burrito. And that math will change. It was divided by 13 based on the price that Bitcoin was a few months ago, so now it would be divided by less. Nevertheless, I think you guys get the sense. So all this to say, Bitcoin, a hedge against inflation. Let's say, last year it was a $10 burrito, but today it's a $15 burrito because of inflation. Well, 15, even if I divide that by 9, I'm still only paying $1.66 or $1.67 for that burrito because I bought my Bitcoin in 2017. And because Bitcoin is deflationary, that's now the true cost to me of what the burrito is. So if you guys can follow that, I get why El Salvador is doing this, and some other countries around the world are now jumping on board. So the president announced that the Central Bank of Sao Tome and Principe, Central Bank of Paraguay, Bank of Angola, Bank of Ghana, Bank of Namibia, Bank of Uganda, Bank of Republic of Guinea, Madagascar, Haiti, and there's so many others, a lot of these in the African region of the world. They are now getting together to talk about Bitcoin likely as payment. So here are some of the countries, some in South America, lots in Africa and Asia. So it's interesting because, on the one hand, we have this narrative here, Bitcoin has no future for payments, yet central banks, mainly in the African region, are coming together with Nayib Bukele to discuss Bitcoin as a potential for the future. So conflicting narratives are now becoming part of the real world economy, which is going to get very, very interesting. I have this news here, guys, from Ripple partner Finastra. Well, Finastra and Mindtree, they are to deliver managed payment services to the Nordics. Mindtree, a global technology services and digital transformation company, and Finastra, a leading financial technology provider, today announced a partnership to bring Finastra's Fusion Payments to Go Payment technology to bank in the Nordics, the UK, and Ireland as a managed service. As a part of the partnership, Mindtree will host Finastra's proven payment solution in the cloud and handle integration of the technology across the rest of the bank's existing solutions, minimizing risk and boosting efficiency for users. Denise Parker, SVP and head of global partners and ecosystems at Finastra, she said, "We welcome Mindtree to our partnership ecosystem. Together we will enable agile banks in the Nordics and UK and Ireland to tap into our Fusion Payment to Go system hosted by Mindtree in the cloud. The partnership is about helping banks to better serve their customers by keeping ahead of market changes, delivering faster innovation, and opening business growth opportunities." So Ripple partner Finastra teaming up with Mindtree now to deliver managed payment service in the Nordics. So they're expanding out. I believe these guys were already partnered, and if my memory serves me correctly, already focusing on a different segment of this type of business. Now they're expanding to payments as a service for the Nordic region, UK, and Ireland. So interesting news there. Wanted to keep going because here's some more Ripple partner news, guys. Nomura offers Bitcoin options trading as part of a digital assets push. So if you remember, SBI Holdings is invested in Nomura. They invested in them back in 2020. Despite the Ripple and XRP lawsuit, it was in and around that time, they invested in Nomura, and now Nomura, guys, is offering Bitcoin trading options as part of a new solution. So on Friday, Nomura announced it is now offering Bitcoin derivatives trading for Asian clients in the form of OTC non-deliverable forwards and options. Additionally, last week it executed its first Bitcoin futures and options transactions with CME Group and Cumberland DRW. Here's a quote: "Digital assets have come a long way in the past several years, with infrastructure growing to keep pace with investor interest. Working with institutional grade counterparties will allow us to scale and increase demand from our clients." So we are seeing increased demand, obviously, for cryptocurrency investing from big clients, and Nomura seeing this opportunity. Already Ripple enabled through the SBI partnership, so they have that ability to tokenize on the XRPL, and now they want to just offer more products, obviously, for their institutional clients. This follows the March announcement that Goldman Sachs has executed its first OTC Bitcoin options trade with Galaxy Digital as a part of an expansion for institutional cryptocurrency offerings. Nomura has been increasingly active in the digital asset space. It has a crypto custody joint venture with Koimenu in conjunction with CoinShares, a technology provider ledger. Last year, Nomura invested in Crypto Garage, a licensed crypto asset exchange that provides a settlement service, SettleNet. So they are doing a few things here. And just down here, this is where the XRP Ripple connection comes in. On the security token front, Nomura Holdings launched Bootstree. So that's where SBI invested in, a security token issuance platform with related company Nomura Research Institute in 2019. I believe it was actually 2020 because they were talking about how despite the lawsuit, these guys are still forging ahead and partnering up with Nomura. Anyway, some interesting news there. Wanted to also talk about this new milestone, guys, for Cardano, another WEF coin. Kenwood Capital brought this to my attention. So guys, Cardano just hit a new milestone. The project is about to celebrate 700,000 users on their subreddit as a number of wallets open on the network exceeds 3.6 million. The Cardano community is expected to see the 700,000th user joining the subreddit in about 2 weeks, which will make the Cardano network one of the biggest crypto communities on site. So here's just a tweet to that effect, just showing the subscribers and a little line graph here, just demonstrating that they are now about to hit 700,000. We literally cannot wait to celebrate this milestone. While we have many interested users, they often use old non-dApp enabled outdated wallets. So Cardano Insights also added that most users interested in the blockchain are using outdated wallets with no support for decentralized applications, which became a major factor for the further development of the network. While the rising number of Reddit users may not reflect the positive sentiment of ADA traders or investors, it is still a strong fundamental factor that speaks in favor of the growth and rapid development of the network. Well, I think it's safe to say that the entire crypto cryptocurrency market, regardless of if you're interested in Cardano or XRP or XLM or any other altcoin for that matter. The general sentiment in the cryptocurrency market is generally down. But this is a good opportunity to see what other projects are doing, and noticing that the projects that are continuing to improve their platforms, guys, these are going to be the coins to be paying attention to, because these are the ones that are focused on solving future problems on the blockchain using cryptocurrencies and blockchain DLT technology. So Cardano, again, ADA, another one of those WEF coins to be paying attention to. Wanted to thank Kenwood Capital for posting that. And last month, I don't know if you guys remember this, last month in April 2022, I talked about this new development. Wadzpay selects Algorand to power a digital asset and payments revolution for its partner network of governments, financial institutions, issuers, and beyond. And so, at that time, there's lots of news always coming out. I don't think I actually gave this the amount of time it really deserved. The Algorand Foundation obviously doing some great things, and Wadzpay is another one of those cryptocurrency projects now that I'm noticing a lot of XRP YouTubers talking about. Not to say that I'm just follow the trend and do what everyone else is doing or anything like that, but looking into this further, I actually discovered some more interesting information and why we should be maybe paying more attention to this. So Just Jeremiah Crypto here on Twitter posted this, a great thread here, so I wanted to give him a huge shout out. I want to explain how massive this partnership is, and in some ways why WTK partnering with ALGO is bigger than with Amazon. Think about central bank digital currencies, guys. Think about where we're going in the near future. So we heard about this, Wadzpay, Algorand, teaming up again from back in April. I will link this old article in the description of the video to give you guys some context. But first, let's talk about WTK. Interoperable and agnostic blockchain-based payment system provides infrastructure for CBDCs, stablecoins, and cryptocurrencies. Executives have experience with Swift, MasterCard, Ripple, Visa, and Fidelity. And Jeremiah here posting some supporting material just to kind of reiterate his points. Now, Algorand, as you guys know, I have talked a little bit more about Algorand on this channel. ISO 20022 compliant, 500 plus partnerships, carbon negative, true proof of stake, 25 million accounts, 1.5 million transactions a day, no forks. TPS is expanding to a possible 40,000 transactions per second. And again, just some statistics here with regards to Algorand, comparing it to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, EOS, and Tron. And just some more infographics here with regards to the Algorand ecosystem. So what is special about Algorand? They have stated to be working with 16 central banks with creating, innovating, and scaling CBDCs. They also have experience working with El Salvador by adding government documents to the blockchain. So again, just going back to El Salvador, there's a partnership, incidentally, with the Algorand Foundation, but, at the same time, Nayib Bukele is hell-bent on using Bitcoin as a means of payment, as he did just usher in Bitcoin as legal tender back in September. So all this progress, I think, is going to add to a world where we are going to be using multiple cryptocurrencies for transactions. Whether the IMF or the World Economic Forum like it or not, Bitcoin is going to be a part of this. So now we need to talk about Alytica, the smart engine behind WTK. It converts between CBDCs, stablecoins, and cryptocurrencies, online and offline wallets. And again, just some screen grabs to demonstrate that. How does WTK and ALGO help each other? WTK is already working with CBDCs from China, India, and Africa. Algorand and WTK were bound to clash, but why compete when you can build each other up? So an interesting perspective here. ALGO benefits from the power of Alytica, and WTK can use Algorand's connections. Why is ALGO better than Amazon? ALGO is partnered with FIFA, which generates billions of dollars every year. This isn't including the advertisements ALGO and WTZ could get. Remember what happened in New York. Crypto is too new for Amazon, and money wouldn't flow there right away. So also remember, just recently I did mention that Algorand FIFA connection, how they did partner up with the FIFA organization, including an official blockchain-supported wallet solution. So there's going to be a cryptocurrency integration there as well. FIFA brings 200 plus countries together, which brings a bag full of currencies. Let's also not forget, FIFA is global. It is worldwide. I mean, almost every country around the world participates in this soccer competition. So this brings another challenge, a unique challenge for the need for interoperability. So he says a full bag of currencies, and WTK solves for this. So Algorand plus WTK will conquer the CBDC dilemma across the world. ALGO can be used offline, and WTK doesn't require banks, which will help poverty-stricken countries. P.S. There is some speculation here, so be polite and enjoy. Just posting this thread, bringing up these great points about the Algorand blockchain and Wadzpay. And again, there is not going to be one cryptocurrency that rules them all. You know, even though, we could argue that XRP could do the same thing, there are just so many applications with regards to payments specifically that there can be interoperable blockchains that work together, work with each other, and all these different projects can focus on their own unique niche markets. We know about all the stuff Ripple is doing. That is going to drive a lot of value to the XRPL on its own. But you know, these other projects too, they are getting into the space, and we are now seeing what problems projects like Wadzpay and Algorand can solve, especially when they partner up and merge together, creating that synergy. And so guys, just to give you a visualization of the Wadzpay token to USD right now, trading at about 8.5 cents. It has seen that deterioration that we saw for the rest of the crypto market. At its height, it was at about 38 cents. And let's just bring up Algorand for fun here. Algorand USD. I'm looking at this at charts.cointrader.pro, by the way. Got the Algorand chart up here, and as you guys can see, Algorand also coming back down, trading right now at about 45 cents US. The entire market is depressed, guys, despite, you know, the fact that we are seeing huge partnerships. But in a depressed market, I mean, not just Algorand, not just Wadzpay, not just Cardano, not just XRP, there are going to be a handful of projects that want to keep on top of their main mission, the next generation of payments, solving problems for the future, utilizing cryptocurrency, blockchain solutions, guys. These are going to be the projects where we see true demand for crypto. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.